playoffs.
Although it was a quiet first quarter here in Chicago, we've been talking about the aggressive play of the Miami Heat. We asked Michael Jordan, how does he view the aggressive style of Miami?
It's a challenge mentally to maintain a certain focus about the game and to distract those thoughts away from the game to more personal feelings and confrontations. We got some very vulnerable players who could fall prey to that, you know, and Pat knows it as well as he has some same players that can fall prey to some of the things that Dennis does. I mean, but calm heads is going to determine the outcome of the game, and we're trying to maintain calm heads and maintain a certain focus so that those tactics doesn't affect what we are trying to do as a team that's in the game.
Well, Michael Jordan is not really affected by any of that. He's been through it many times before. He got a very quiet 35 points in game one through all that turmoil.
Jordan is back on the floor with the second quarter getting underway, and Tony Kukoc continuing the hot shooting, 4 of 6. He has 8 points, the Bulls 30, and the Heat 19. Chapman and Hardaway in the backcourt. Mourning with Gatling and Williams up front. Mourning had it knocked away, picked up by Wennington.
Well, Steve Kerr, terrific defensive job there, just running through the lane and stuck out his hand just to strip the ball from Alonzo Mourning, who did not protect it very well.
Wennington providing the pick. They double up on Jordan. And Jordan twists it. And his foul. Comes up hobbling a bit. Michael Jordan using the screen and then accelerating the foul committed by Mourning.
Well, this is when Michael knows that there is going to be some kind of contact. Generally, anytime he breaks the defense down, gets into the lane, gets towards the basket, somebody's either going to try to take his shot or step up and take the body. Mourning was going after the ball there, but it came down on the back of Michael's arm.
Jordan, an 83% free throw shooter during the regular season. Rex Chapman sits down, leads with 7 points, 2 personal fouls, and replaced by Tony Smith, 6-year man out of Marquette. Spent 5 years with the Los Angeles Lakers, brief time with the Phoenix Suns. The Bulls 32 and the Heat 19. Hardaway now guarded by Jordan. He took a hit from Kukoc.
Well, when Walt Williams doesn't get off making perimeter jump shots, usually the rest of his game fades as well. He's not a really strong defender to begin with, but Pat Riley wants to get him some open shots to get him going.
And we have seen in recent weeks that if he does not get off quickly, we'll pull him. We'll sit him down for a while and then bring him back later. Foul on Wennington, his second.
It's interesting, the Chicago defense is really very much concerned with Steve Chapman, who hurt him in that one game when he scored 39 points. Rex Chapman, I'm sorry. 39 points with the 9 out of 10 three-pointers. Concerned about him and also concerned about Walt Williams from the perimeter. They know Alonzo Mourning, if he's on his game at all, is going to do a certain amount of damage. And of course, we're very much worried about Tim Hardaway and his penetration.
Offensive foul on Mourning. Offensive fouls getting Alonzo in trouble on Friday night. He fouled out, and 3 of his 6 were offensive calls.
Well, the Chicago Bulls know that Alonzo Mourning likes to make that hard move into the lane, and they want to get their body there. But when he picks up those cheap fouls on screen downs, on pick and rolls, they're the kind of fouls you hate to give up, because Alonzo Mourning is going to be involved so much in the trenches where all the physical play occurs.
And Matt, if Miami is going to pull any surprises, any stunning upsets as Jordan extends to a 15-point lead, they must get top-flight play from Alonzo Mourning, and it has not been the case thus far. Hardaway. Rebound swept by Gatling, and he's hit from behind by Kerr. The basket will not count. Chris Gatling, who came over in one of several deals at midseason. Gatling spent 4 years with Golden State. Came to Miami along with Hardaway and the deal for Kevin Willis and Bimbo Coles. A change on that foul. Originally, it was called on Rodman, who argued the call. It is Kerr, not Rodman. Actually, it was clearly Kerr. Bulls 34 and the Heat 19.
Dennis Rodman about to challenge the shot and then get rebound position. Gatling is actually going to come over his back, but keep your eye on Steve Kerr coming in from behind to try to strip the ball from Chris Gatling. Should have been an offensive foul on Gatling to begin with, but clearly the hack by Steve Kerr.
And for Steve Kerr, his first foul. Good sign for the Bulls. 13 field goals, and they picked up 11 assists on the 13 field goals. 13 of 24 from the field, 54%, but they're getting a good ball movement.
And Miami Heat's offense struggling mightily in the opening minutes of each quarter. And that's normally the way the Chicago Bulls defense comes out. They want to come out and establish something to start the game. They've done it here in the second quarter. And when they really like to turn it up a notch or two is in that third quarter. If they catch a team not ready, that's generally when they can take control of the game.
So Dennis Rodman continuing his bonding with Mike Mathis, one of the officials. So Gatling hits 1 and 2, and it's the Bulls 34 and the Heat 20. Miami looking to tie the series at 1, while Chicago looking to take a 2-0 lead with the series to Miami. Shot clock at 5. Kukoc for Pippen. They swing it. Kerr for 3. Well, Steve Kerr, who finished second in three-point shooting percentage behind Tim Legler of the Bullets, able to hit on his first 3. Now Gatling works his way in. Chris Gatling so good around the basket. Last couple of years among the leaders in field goal percentage. The Bulls 37 and the Heat 22. Marv Albert, Matt Kukas, and Ahmad Rashad from Chicago. Jordan to the and the foul. Tony Smith, who is a good defender, called for the foul.
Well, even the best defenders have their problems with Michael Jordan in the post, as Michael doing a good job of keeping Smith on his back, backing in, and what has become Michael Jordan's signature move from both baselines, that pound and jump and fade away, and he just feels so comfortable taking that shot.
So Jordan with 17, and the Bulls have an 18-point margin. Here's the rookie Thomas, got bottled up. Bad play, stripped by Pippen. Leading Jordan, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, Miami Heat are really having a problem. The new team that they have since the trade down, very successful at the end of the season, going 17-11. Actually, you kind of project that out. This is a team that would have won 50-51 games theoretically. They've probably been the 3rd or 4th seed. And they have to run because Tim Hardaway is a good open court player. But right now, the Miami Heat offense is really out of sync. They're taking bad shots now. And when you do that against the Chicago Bulls anywhere, but in particular here at the United Center, it's going to turn into a good scoring opportunity at the other end.
You think they would have gone up to 3rd or 4th seed? Well, this club all the way through the season.
If you project out 17-11, that's 50-51 wins.
But it doesn't work like that.
No, of course not. With injuries.
But it sounds good.
But Pat Riley, with this particular team, he could still do a lot of the things he likes to do defensively, but they had offensive capability. Once Tim Hardaway came, as far as fast breaks and looking up the floor, getting wing people to run and finding perimeter shooters.
Sasha Danilovic has checked in for the first time. Pat Riley looking for some offense. He's made it back from wrist surgery. This is Danilovic, who can shoot. Facing a double team. Now Smith. Tony Smith from downtown, and the Bulls now lead 41-25. Luke Longley is back. Sat down after picking up 2 fouls in the early going. Sweeping in. And that call being applauded by the Miami bench. Offensive foul on Pippen as Danilovic went down.
Well, somebody did not talk